Masquerade, locally known as Kakamotobi or fancy dress, is a vibrant cultural tradition in Ghana with roots that intervene the country's colonial history, indigenous practice, and modern creativity. This tradition, characterized by elaborate costumes, masks, and lively performances, has evolved over centuries to become a symbol of communal identity and aesthetic expression. The origins of masquerade in Ghana can be tracked back to the colonial era, particularly during interaction with European traders and missionaries in the 16th and 17th centuries. European settlers introduced masquerade performances as part of their festivities, particularly during Christmas and New Year celebrations. These performances, often accompanied by music and dance, fascinated the local population, who began to adopt the tradition into their own culture framework. However, masquerade in Ghana also has deep indigenous roots. Long before colonial influence, many ethnic groups in Ghana practiced masquerade as part of traditional rituals and festivals. Among the Akan, Ewe, than Agdangbe peoples, marks were used in ceremonies to honor ancestors, invoke spiritual protection, or celebrate harvest. These marks often represent deities, spirits, or animals, and were crafted with intricate designs symbolizing cultural values and beliefs. The modern form of Ghanaian masquerade, known as fancy dress, emerged prominently in the coastal towns, particularly in areas like Winneba, Cape Coast, and Elimina. These towns were major hubs of European trade and settlement, where local communities blended European masquerade styles with their own cultural elements. By 19th century, fancy dress had become a staple of Christmas and New Year celebrations in these towns. Groups of performers, known as masquerade club, would compete to showcase their most creative costumes and captivating dances. Their costumes, often made from colorful fabric, feathers, and beads, were accompanied by masks that ranged from humorous to crusade, reflecting themes of storytelling and social commentary. One of the most notable expressions of masquerade in Ghana today is the annual Fancy Dress Festival in Winneba. This festival, held on New Year's Day, is a vibrant competition among various masquerade groups. Participants spend months preparing their costumes and perfecting their choreography. The event attracts thousands of spectators and serves as a platform of community bonding and cultural pride. The festival also highlights the creativity and resilience of Ghanaian culture. Despite the colonial roots of fancy dress, local communities have reclaimed and indigenized the tradition, using it to tell their stories and celebrate their heritage. Masquerade in Ghana is more than just entertainment. It is a medium of storytelling and cultural preservation. The masks and costumes often convey symbolic messages reflecting themes such as unity, resilience, and interplay between tradition and modernity. The performances, accompanied by drumming, singing, and dancing creates a communal atmosphere that reinforces social cohesion. In contemporary Ghana, masquerade continues to thrive not only during festivals but also in educational and theatrical contexts. Artists and cultural organizations uses masquerade to explore themes of identity, history, and globalization, ensuring that this rich tradition remains relevant in the modern era. If you have already subscribed to this channel, thank you a lot for being a subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor by subscribing to this channel, like and share for more content. Let's dive into it more. Before the arrival of Europeans, masquerade traditions existed among various ethnic groups in Ghana, deeply embedded in their spiritual and social lives. Masks were considered sacred objects, often used in rituals to communicate with ancestors, deities, or spirits. These ceremonies were usually performed by spiritual leaders or specialized groups within the community, such as priests and elders. Among the Akan people, for instance, masks were used in festivals like the Adakese, which celebrated the ancestors and the unity of the clan. The Ewe people also used masks in ceremonies to honor the gods of the sea and the land, while Gan Adangme incorporated masquerade into their Homowo festival and harvest celebration. These masks often depicted animals, spirits, and symbolizing themes as protection, fertility, and transformation. The history of masquerade in Ghana is a testament to the country's ability to adapt and innovate while preserving its cultural heritage. From its roots and indigenous rituals and colonial influences to its modern expressions in festivals like the Masquerade, Masquerade, and Winneba Fancy Dress, masquerade remains a dynamic and cherished aspect of Ghanaian culture. It embodies the spirit of creativity, community, and cultural pride that defines the Ghanaian people. Hope you've learned something out of this content. If you really enjoy watching this video, please like and share to others to also learn something about the masquerade history in Ghana. Thank you a lot for watching this video to an end. See you next time. Bye bye. It's your boy Kwame Guy.